Real quick, guys, I just want to talk about something I've been thinking about a lot, trying to organize all my thoughts in my head, but essentially I just want to talk about like how much can really change in a year and a half time, because looking back even to, I made a video about my goals for 2019. It was the New Year's, like literally almost exactly a year ago, right? I probably had 25K on Instagram, probably 40K on YouTube, and I made a whole list of all these goals I wanted to accomplish this year, right? So if you guys remember, I wrote everything down on this big whiteboard right here. Basically wrote down all the goals I kind of wanted to accomplish. Obviously didn't accomplish everything, but just kind of like looking at it, like it's crazy how much I've done in a single year. Because at this point last year, so I'm thinking about it, I just launched like my online training, like for the first time ever, had no idea what I was doing, just kind of set up the website. I wanted to train people, I wanted to help people out, and I just launched it. So I had a lot of goals on here that regarded to online training and like improving that and making all that stuff better, and YouTube better and all that stuff. But like a few of the things on here was like travel to Houston, meet Alphalete, the Alphalete team, go train the Alphalete gym. Another one was travel to Austin, meet the BPN team, Nick Bear, all that stuff. Like it's just crazy looking back at this stuff because throughout this entire year, I went to Texas probably 5 times, I think. Like 3-4 times went down to Alphalete, or yeah, 4 times went down to Houston. 2 different times went down to Austin to meet BP, like Nick Bear, BPN, all that stuff, and train with those guys, train with Russ Wool. Like it's crazy that all these people that like I used to look up to and stuff, like I actually physically know on like a personal basis. Like Shawley just came up to Ohio State like literally last week to shoot pictures for a Naka Power and all this stuff. Like I used to see Shawley in the videos and stuff, in Christian's videos like years ago, like back when I was watching him like my freshman, sophomore year of high school. It's crazy how much can happen in that single year. And like even this stuff, like I put down this like lifting goals, right? 650 deadlift, 550 squat, 350 bench press. Like these were like big goals for me, right? So at this time last year, like I probably only had, I think I just barely hit a 585 pound deadlift. I don't even know if I hit that yet, honestly. But from 585 pounds to 650 in 1 year, I mean, that's 65 pounds. And I was thinking very prospectively about that. I was like these are some big goals like I would hopefully want to hit. I didn't think I would actually hit them, but realistically, I hit a 655 pound deadlift already. I already hit a 585 pound squat, and I've already hit a 365 pound bench press. Granted, that was somewhat touch and go, but like at this point last year, I hadn't even hit 335 on bench yet. I hadn't even hit anything above 510 on squat. It's crazy just looking at that stuff too. Like, I think it's a lot of it's about like setting those goals high, and like, well, you don't want to set like unrealistic goals. Like you got to set your goals like pretty high to like actually motivate yourself. If you set your goals like way too easy, you're not going to really push yourself to that point. Like lifting is something where, you know, I've been doing it for like 6 years now. You know, gains start to slow down a little bit and stuff like that. Not necessarily like a lot, but it's just, you know, at the beginning, obviously I was gaining like 20, 25, 30 pounds a year, every single year that I was lifting. And lifts were going up like at an insane rate. I still set those goals high, and I wanted to make it happen, right? And looking at some things with like YouTube and stuff, like trying to up my quality, trying to be a better speaker on camera, and trying to, you know, change things up in my videos, have videographers film for me and stuff, just overall make videos better and Instagram better. You could look at my pictures from last year, and already like my pictures on Instagram look so much better. Like I put on here for YouTube, my goal is at 100,000 subscribers. Like we literally just hit that. Instagram, I said 100,000 followers. Like I'm already at like 145,000 followers. Like this is stuff like I set like very high expectations for myself. At the time, thinking about it, it's like that's kind of far away. But if you set those goals high, like you can make that happen. Like I told you guys, I was literally at 25K on Instagram this time last year. I was literally at 40K on YouTube this time last year. Like realistically, like it was not easy to get there, but you know, I made it happen. We're at like 101,000 followers, subscribers on YouTube now. Absolutely insane. So I just want to look back at some of those goals, man. It's crazy how much like literally can happen in a year. Like things can change just like that. And like I don't mean to quote Russ Wool here or anything, but like literally if you do just get better today, if if you do like one or like two things every single day to improve yourself, like specifically you're trying to improve yourself, and like you had those goals set, like that's literally going to add up so much throughout the course of an entire year. Like looking back at it, like 2019 like absolutely flew by. Obviously this semester just absolutely flew by. The last year and a half of college flew by. But looking at this stuff, like I was always trying to do something every single day to, you know, just in the smallest ways maybe improve myself. And every day, like you're not going to hit a PR every single day on your lifts, but if you hit those small PRs like each week or something, that can really, really add up over time. You just got to have that mentality that you are going to get better each and every day. So those things add up. So set your goals. Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is set those goals high. Like obviously not unrealistically high. Like I wouldn't say last year I was like, oh, I'm gonna go for a 700 deadlift or something, because it wasn't even in the ballpark yet. But it's like if you set those goals and stuff high, and you know slowly work towards those, you'll absolutely get there. If you're doing everything you can to get there. I haven't even gone to Houston or Austin before this year, and now I've gone there 5 times within a single year. Like, and I just met so many people this year, like just so many people, established so many connections and stuff. It's crazy, bro. So as this year comes to an end, just wanted to give you guys that little update. So I'll definitely be like setting some more goals for 2020 and stuff like that. Like my goals are gonna be like even bigger this year. Like I just keep raising those expectations, and I want to keep pushing everything as high as I possibly can, because I know I can. You know, I know I'm capable of doing a lot, and I just gotta, you know, make that happen. So, damn. Like I know I talked about this last year a lot, but I would like to get like a Rogue like combo rack. So it'd be like a IPF approved Rogue squat rack with a bench here. So hopefully you could bolt it down to the floor and it won't tip over like this rack tipped over that one time. I have the new Rogue Ohio power bar here, so maybe even get a deadlift platform. I found one. I know you can also build them, but I found one for like $300. You could just put some plywood in. It's got the frame, it's got the rubber mats and everything. Could definitely work out. Just need some more plates, obviously, but I think that'd be lit if I could make a really solid home gym for like not too much money, and or at least improve on what I have. I already have the dumbbells. I have a little machine over there, which I don't know if I will keep that, but if I could work out here for the most part, that'd be sick. And then just travel to different gyms and get day passes and stuff without having to have like a strict membership. I think that'd be cool. Today I'm finally releasing the powerlifting strength program that I've talked about for probably a couple months now. I really wanted to release it earlier, but I just want to make sure it was perfect and everything. I added in a whole bunch of accessories to it and everything, make it more of like a power building program, more how I would structure it. So Josh, my current coach, he filled in blocks of the powerlifting portion of it, the strength portion. He did all the RPEs, the percentages, all that stuff. I did the entire first volume block of it. I filled in, I structured it appropriately according to how I would want it, and put in all the accessories. There's also going to be drop down menus, so when you click on each individual cell, you'll be able to select from certain accessory movements or whatnot. So it's a pretty complete program. It has a whole RPE calculator in it. And it's got links to a whole bunch of videos about how RPE works, squat form, bench form, deadlift form, and some videos from Barbell Medicine, how to keep yourself pretty healthy while you're doing the program. And so real quick, I get this question all the time, what is RPE, how does it work, and all that stuff. Like I said, I'll include videos I'll include video links in the actual program itself to a few videos that I found very helpful when learning RPE and stuff like that. So basically RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion. So it's based on a scale of 10, so 10 being maximal effort, you could not do another rep, you're basically hitting failure right there. So if you're doing a single at RPE 10, that would be a true 1 rep max, right? You could not do another rep. So RPE 9 would be, say, even if it was for a set of 5, you hit 5 at RPE 9, means you could have potentially hit 6 on that set, right? So then it goes all the way down to basically 5 or 6, because after that it's really even hard to like decipher what the RPE is once the weight gets so light. Because RPE 6, you could hit 4 more reps after the set. So at that point the weight becomes somewhat light and it's hard to even really tell. But it's best used for like those heavier maximal sets. Calculate where your 1 rep max is going to be. If you hit like say you hit like 545 for a set of 3 at RPE 8, right? That's a lot to take in, but you could kind of calculate that. Like, okay, I could have done 2 more reps, right? You could calculate where generally your max would be from there. So it's a very helpful tool to, you're not based specifically on percentages, because every day you come to the gym, you're gonna feel different. Some days you're gonna feel really good, some days you're gonna feel awful and not be able to hit much weight at all. So RPE gives you that baseline that no matter what weight I'm hitting, it has to be at this perceived exertion. So it has to be at this level of intensity. That's basically what it is a level of intensity. So like I said, RPE 10 being the absolute highest. So you can come in there every day, you could feel really good, and your RPE 8 set will be a lot higher. You can come in there feeling really bad, and your RPE 8 set will be much lower. So it's all based on those intensities. So that's essentially how it's going to work. It's going to be your own perceived intensity from that set. So it's not, it's based off of, maybe looking at how it looked, how the weight moved, how it felt. That's going to be what the RPE is. There's no like direct definitive what that RPE is. If it feels like you could have got 1 more rep, that'd be RPE 9. If it feels like you could have got 2 more reps, RPE 8. So basically how it works. So the program's going to be split up into 3 blocks, right? So each block is going to be 4 weeks long. So the first block is going to be your volume block. So we're going to build up volume throughout this block. It's going to be all like higher rep range sets. Intensity is going to be somewhat lower, but you're going to be building up volume. So towards the end of that block, you're going to be doing a decent amount of volume. Between the blocks, there's going to be a pivot week. So you're pivoting, you're trying to desensitize yourself from all that volume, and then you're moving into a building block. So this 4-week period, we're starting off with some singles now. So getting yourself used to those singles and getting used to using more heavy weights now. So instead of just doing high rep sets, you're gonna hit a single and then hit various back off sets. So the volume's still gonna be pretty high here. Intensity is gonna start to go up as we start to increase those singles and get used to hitting those heavy weights. So then after you've done that volume block, you've done the pivot week, going into the whole building block thing, we're going into the peaking block, right? So this is where we're really starting to focus on like high intensity sets. Volume is definitely gonna start going down here. Intensity is going way up. So we're doing singles pretty much before all of our back off sets. You're gonna start doing some like triples, some sets of 4 at like RPE 9 and such. So like I said, intensity is going way up. And this is where you're really starting to figure out like where your top single is going to be. And we're coming into the gym pretty much pushing yourself like every single day. I mean, obviously throughout the whole program you are, but this is where, like I said, intensity's up, and you're going to have to push yourself to see, to really judge where your singles are going to be in the end. So last block, how I would like to do things is pretty much I taper all my like accessories off like 1 month before I compete, or whenever I do that like mock meet or whatever. So all those accessories get tapered down, and you're pretty much doing 0 accessories by the end, only doing those big 3 movements. You're doing your squat, bench, deadlift, and in the taper week it's just like that. You're gonna hit your openers on one of those first training days of the week. You're gonna hit all your openers on your bench, squat, and deadlift, and then you have a couple days to rest. And then you go and basically you're just going to test all your maxes. So it's going to work similar like a powerlifting meet. So in that 15th week, technically, you're going to be basically competing, and so that's basically going to be the entire structure of the program. And so it's pretty simple. Like, it's based on a normal powerlifting like strength program. Put my own little twist on it and everything, and added in accessories as necessary. And I think it's going to be a pretty good program basically for almost anyone. It's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Mine's just specifically a little bit different, specified for myself, but this is I think it's a really, really good program that can help like tons of people who are trying to work for or train for strength, even hypertrophy, bodybuilding training too, because I threw in a ton of accessories. Like I said, that's what I like to do. And so there's gonna be a lot of that stuff too. So I'll consider it somewhat of a power building program, combining powerlifting and bodybuilding. So in total, I think it's going to be a really good program. That's personally how I've been liking to train as of recently. As I've gotten more and more into powerlifting, I found that I really like the strength training, the competitiveness of it, and still adding that bodybuilding aspect to it. So anyway, sorry about the delay on the entire program itself. I just want to make sure everything was how I wanted it to be in the program before I released it out to everyone. So I'm sure, I'm pretty positive it's going to get a lot of downloads and stuff. So I'm going to put the download link in the description. It's going to be on my website. So it'll take you over to the website, and the program will be free right now for you guys to download. But I will also offer coaching if you guys need help with the program or whatnot, because obviously RPE is a little bit hard to understand at first, and the whole training program is a little bit difficult to understand at first. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be good. So sometimes it does help to have a coach to coach you through that. I do have several of my clients right now. I actually am coaching them through this strength program right now, through the 15-week program, and everyone's having good results right now, which is good to see, especially being my program. So if you guys are interested, check out the program in the description. I highly, highly recommend it. I don't know how long it's going to be free for, so check it out, and coaching will be available if you guys need that. I also offer macro coaching along with that if you're trying to bulk up, cut down, all that good stuff. So that's pretty much going to be it, guys. A lot of you guys have been messaging me and stuff on Instagram, commenting on YouTube and stuff, so down the link in the description on my website. Check that out. It's not going to be free for very long, so check it out. And then, yeah, we're out here in Utah right now doing some skiing. So you'll see all that in the next upcoming videos and whatnot. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy the program if you guys pick that up. And if you want coaching, ryannaylor.com/services. Check that out, and we'll see you guys in the next video.